years?
When we started working with carbon nanotubes, they were still available in powder form. And because on the nanoscale they had such tremendous properties, people thought we could just essentially sprinkle some on a polymer matrix and get the benefit of these materials. We studied it for several years and realized that is not a method that we can get the type of properties that we're looking for, because we're competing with state-of-the-art structural materials, which are carbon fiber composites. So around 5 years ago, we actually switched approach and worked with a vendor so that we use predominantly continuous format of carbon nanotubes. Now, the challenge there is that in the bulk form, it does not have the kind of properties that were existing in the nanoscale. We had to basically optimize the process to take advantage of these processes and work in collaboration with the manufacturer to also optimize those properties from the starting material. So they had to modify their production process to accommodate this. And so there was interactive exchange of information so that we can both get better material properties. In a span of about 3 years, we've made significant advances that take us far from where we started, to the degree that I can say that just 2 years ago we did not have the kind of properties we have now.
And where do you see the future, or how close are you into perfecting carbon nano composites?
So
that's kind of a big question.
Perfection, yes, perfection is hard to achieve. So here's the thing. When you talk about perfection, we are comparing against a material that's been around for about 50 years, right? Although we've come a long way when we actually analyze the materials that we have now for carbon nanotubes, they're nowhere near optimal. The good news is, despite them not being optimal, they're already performing at par with some carbon fiber composites, right? There's a lot of upside to this material, very large areas of research yet that we can explore to...
Now, earlier Steve Gaddis said that they are working for a high reward from high risk. What is the reward you're looking for from carbon nanotube composites?
When we first started looking at carbon nanotubes, the reason we're looking at it is because there's high potential for this material to be a disruptive technology. And the reason is it is multiple times stronger and stiffer than carbon fiber. What we're trying to do now is we are looking to optimize it so that it is at least 2 or 3 times stronger yet than what is possible now. And the reason is there are some applications like access to space, especially if we're going to Mars, where significant reduction of mass is very important, because what you launch is hundreds of times heavier than what your actual payload is. So we're trying to reduce the mass of the payload. If we can get 2 to 3 times stronger than state-of-the-art material, it makes a mission to Mars possible. And that's why we say this is a disruptive technology.
And that is game-changing.
Yes.
You're watching NASA Edge.
An inside and outside look at all things NASA.